Hey, Mike.
What?
Who's got next?
Welcome back to the Blacktop, y'all, where I always got next. So welcome into episode number 5 of NBA What If Wednesdays, where we talk about all the biggest what if scenarios across NBA history in terms of trades, signings, injuries, all that type of stuff. Break it down and talk about what kind of outcomes that could have happened, alternate universes, all that type of stuff. But before we jump into all that, as always, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button if you're looking for more basketball content, and let's get right into it.
Championships.
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
The video I got for today, I'm going to be talking about the Miami Heat Big Three. Back when LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all joined up on the Heat to essentially create a super team. Won 2 out of 4 championships. So we're going to kind of dive into that and what the alternative was and what should have happened. So for those of you who don't know, the original Big Three was supposed to be Melo, Wade, and Braun. Now, again, for those of you who don't know, back in 2007, whenever they were all due for an extension with their respective teams, Wade and Braun both signed a 4-year extension, as opposed to Melo. He got an extra year and chased the bag and took a 5-year extension. Now, he's even said it on First Take that he was just trying to secure the money. He wanted an extra year because of he chased the money. I mean, there ain't no other way to put it. He wasn't chasing championships, and it obviously bit him in the ass because of it. So if Melo would have took that 4-year deal as opposed to the 5-year deal, we would have seen a different Big Three in Miami. Now, obviously, the rest is history. He didn't, but here's the thing. If you replace Bosh with Melo, you get an entirely different offensive type of, game with Melo being there as opposed to Bosh. And I get it, Melo wasn't a defender, but y'all tripping if you don't think that Braun and Wade and Spoelstra being the head coach would have got Melo to play a little bit of defense. And here's the thing, if they would have got Melo in 2011, that finals, I think they win the championship against Dallas, because even with LeBron's meltdown that he had, I think Melo would have been able to lift them up and win that championship, because what Melo was doing in the playoffs, Melo was a clutch performer. And he was known for putting teams on his back, especially in Denver. I mean, they went to the Western Conference in, 2009, I think it was. Lost to Kobe. Ain't no shame in losing to Kobe. I mean, Melo balled out in that series and really was the only reason why that Denver was there. Now, I get it, they had Chauncey Billups, who was a great leader. And they had a good supporting cast. Not a great supporting cast, but a pretty good supporting cast. But Melo was really the engine of that team. And signed the 5-year deal, missed out on going to Miami. And in my opinion, they would have won multiple championships. Not just 2, but multiple. And I know I'm not going to go as far as saying, like Braun did, saying not 5, not 6, not 7. I'm not going to go there. But I do think they win 4. And that's not an exaggeration. Call me crazy. Say I'm tripping. Say Melo ain't have it like that. Whatever. My opinion, I think they would have won 4. I think they would have beat Dallas, beat OKC the following year, which was Braun's first championship, beat San Antonio both times, and won 4 straight. And it's that simple. That's just my opinion. Obviously, we know a different world. They lost to Dallas, then beat OKC, beat San Antonio, and then lost San Antonio. I think they win all 4 of those if Melo's there as opposed to Bosh. And I know Bosh had a lot of big highlights in those NBA Finals, and I get all that. He had the big rebound that kicked it out to Ray Allen. I get all that. But if you think about it, they may not have been in those situations if Melo's on the team. Because of the elite offensive player Melo was in his prime, D-Wade could have really just taken a back seat to him. And I think Melo would have been the number 2 option as opposed to Wade. And because when you have two 6'8" guys that could score like Braun and Melo, I don't think anybody was beating him. Because, kind of jump to the Spurs series, if you put Kawhi on Braun, who's stopping Melo? Who is stopping Melo in that series? Tim Duncan's not guarding him. Tim Duncan was able to guard Bosh on the post because Chris Bosh was a low post player. Now, I know Chris Bosh could stretch the floor and all that, but not like Melo could. It just would have brought an entirely different offensive mindset, an entirely different offensive game if Melo was there as opposed to Bosh. And call it what you want, I think they would have been better off if they would have had Melo. Now, that's a lot of me talking shit because Melo's one of my all-time favorite players. I do have a little bit of bias towards Melo, but I don't care. Fight me. It is what it is. Melo's my guy, and I'm always defend Melo. So I don't know. If you think differently, that's cool. But I think that they would have won at least 4 championships. And honestly, you really never know what they could have done after those 4 championships because they may have all ended up re-signing again and running it back, maybe for running for a 5th championship. And then you really have to look at how these players' careers, like their legendary careers, I guess, where they rank among all-time greats, where they rank. And if LeBron wins 4 of those championships, wins all 4 or whatever, I think you're looking at a strong consideration for the GOAT. And that, you call it what you want on that, but if he wins 4 in a row, I think it's hard to argue. And then even if he still ends up going back to Cleveland and winning a championship, I mean, ain't no telling, man. I just think that there could have been so much different outcomes if Melo would have ended up there as opposed to Bosh. But obviously, that didn't happen. The rest is history. So it's all what ifs. And I say it every video. That's why these are fun to talk about. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm going to pretty much leave it there. I think Melo would have won multiple championships, and he would have been known as one of the greatest small forwards of all time. I think he would have solidified himself as a top 5 small forward of all time. Say what you want, call me crazy, I don't care. That's just my opinion. Bron probably would have been the GOAT if they would have won 4 or 5 in a row. And then Wade's championship career outcome, I don't really think it would have changed much because I don't think he would have ever been able to pass Jordan or Kobe in terms of that 2 guard of all time. So I'm going to leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all think they would have won more or less championships with Melo as opposed to Bosh, leave a like, and I will catch y'all next episode.